Meanwhile, the latest poll from Mainstreet Research shows Olivia Chow has a strong hold on the race's top spot. The poll put Chow up 4 points to 34% support among decided voters. Anna Bailão has also seen an increase in support, but still has a lot of ground to make up. She is up 3 points to 25%. Support and robocalls from Premier Doug Ford weren't enough to give Mark Saunders a bump. He has fallen 1 point to 11%. Anthony Furey also saw a slide of 3 points to 10%. The poll has a margin of error of plus or minus 3.2%. Joining me now for more on the recent poll and its numbers is Mainstreet Research Quito Maggi. Quito, good to have you this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, good morning. Thanks for having me again.
I think one of the bigger storylines here, at least that I'm seeing, is, we anticipated that perhaps Mark Saunders would see a jump after that endorsement from Premier Ford, because a few days ago we saw what looked like the reason behind Anna Bailão's jump maybe was the endorsement from John Tory. But Mark Saunders fell a point despite that endorsement from the Premier. Were you surprised by that at all?
A little bit, I guess. We did on Friday. We did see him get a little bit of a bump, but then remember, this is the poll. This poll was done on Saturday, so I think he got a temporary bump. But then votes are moving in pretty quickly in many different directions as this final consolidation happens. We've seen both Chow and Bailão gaining. There's lots of votes moving, so I think that's where Mr. Saunders is getting squeezed out.
Okay, yeah, I do want to focus on Olivia Chow and Anna Bailão as well, of course, because we're seeing, Olivia Chow gained about 4 points, I believe, and Anna Bailão just kind of behind, but still there's quite a gap between the two. Do you think Bailão can catch up before Election Day?
Look, a lot of things have to happen in perfect coordination for Bailão to have a chance to win on Monday. I think that they're all less likely, probably unlikely to happen. But, we've seen a lot of movement in the last 48 hours. There's still 24 hours until the polls open, so a lot can still happen. It's definitely Olivia Chow's to lose. She's led wire to wire. Still holding a 9-point lead. She has a tremendous advantage in the advance voting. It will be hard to catch her tomorrow. I think only one person has that chance, and it's Anna Bailão. It's pretty clear. All the polls are now in agreement on that. So it's hers to lose.
And let's focus on Anthony Furey for a moment, too, because he's sitting in fourth place, but just 1 percentage point behind Mark Saunders at this point. We've seen him gaining momentum over the last couple of weeks. What do you think? Is there a chance that he could place third? Are voters who maybe were considering Mark Saunders moving to Furey? What trends are you seeing there?
Yeah, I think both these numbers being down is remember, within margin of error, roughly. So could be, our last poll had Furey in third, this time in fourth, but it's so close. It's going to come down to turnout, and whatever happens, now and then in the next 24 hours, as that vote consolidates, as strategic vote comes into play, it's possible for him to come in third, but right now he's in fourth.
Quito, just before I let you go, any other trends or interesting things you're seeing in the latest polls that you've released?
No, I just noticed that the trend, one of the other questions that we asked was about whether people were optimistic or pessimistic about Olivia Chow's. We've been asking this question for a couple of weeks, and that number is now starting to tighten up. It was a pretty clear majority of people who were optimistic about an Olivia Chow mayorship, and now that number is almost back to a tie. So I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I think some of this vote could continue to consolidate in the next 24 hours. And at that point, it's up to the voters. As everyone says, the real poll, the only one that matters, is on Election Day, and that's tomorrow.
It's true. That's what many politicians say. And you're right. That is tomorrow. June 26th is Election Day. So we will have to wait and see what happens. OK, Quito, thanks for your time this morning. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks again.
That's
hopefully for the last time.
Yeah, we'll see, though. That's Mainstreet Research. Quito Maggi joining us this morning.